And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to FC Cincinnati versus Philadelphia Union in the Eastern Conference Semifinal of the 2023 MLS Cup playoffs. Columbus is leading against Orlando 1-0. Christian Ramirez just scored the goal. So right now it looks like we could be headed to a hell is real derby Eastern Conference final, but Cincinnati still has to get their job done. We will jump over to that game after this half of extra time is over. On the TV, we'll keep the Columbus game up, see if anything crazy happens, but Columbus should have the lead here. They should have the game. 1-0 Columbus. Christian Ramirez had just scored. I'm sorry I missed the goal, but it took me a while to get set up here. So, when Columbus brought on Ramirez, I knew he was going to score. He did. Sometimes you got to have your depth players do the job too, and he sure did. So, Columbus will either be going to Cincinnati or they will host Philly, depending on what happens in this second game. Somebody did say Columbus could easily make the MLS Cup final or win it. Well, looks like they may have that chance. Hell's Real Derby is going to be amazing between the Battle of Ohio. We got to see what Cincinnati does, but should be interesting. With that being said, lineups are as follows for the Cincinnati game while we're at it. Roman Celentano, the back three are Ray Gaddis, Yerson Mosquera, Edwin Mosquera. Edwin? I think it's Edwin. Edwin Mosquera. Edwin Mosquera. Or it is Yerson Mosquera. Yerson Mosquera. Edwin's the keeper. My bad. Yerson Mosquera. I was right. I double-checked myself. Ian Murphy. Alvaro Barreal. Junior Moreno. Yuya Kubo. Alvis Powell. Lucho Acosta. Aaron Bupenza. Brandon Vasquez. And Lucho Acosta might... Oh, Orlando almost scored another. Lucho Acosta, or they almost scored one, tied it back up. Lucho Acosta should be the MVP next week. Named the MVP of the MLS season next week is what it sounds like. I think on Tuesday was the list or the thing. Philadelphia Union in goal, Andre Blake, Oliver Mbaizo, Damian Lowe, Jack Elliott, Nathan Harriel, Jack McGlynn, El Brujo Martinez, Ali Bedoya, Daniel Gazdag, Julian Carranza, Mikel Ura for Philadelphia is what we have here. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Seems to me like this game is actually ahead now. What, are you kidding me? 99.05. Well, if it's ahead, I'm going to just move it anyway. 1-0. Christian Ramirez. Let's talk about the goal. Let me watch the goal as a highlight. Let's see. So, how was it done? Morris crosses in. Ramirez taps it in. Slides and taps it in. It wasn't even beautiful, but he hit it. It wasn't even beautiful, but that's what happens when you're down a man. That's what happens when you're up a man. 7:15 kickoff. Huh, interesting. Oh, they were showing it here anyway. Oh, well, that's going to change. Or they're just showing the highlights live. Okay. Well, there you go. Almost scored. Kyle Smith, of all people, almost scored. Header. 100 minute save. Still 1-0 by Columbus. It'd be crazy if Orlando could score and get to penalties. I don't think they will, though. I mean, they've actually had two good chances. I'm not going to lie. They've actually had two good chances over the past couple of minutes. Columbus goalkeeper turned into Goku Knight that save. Genjutsu! 101st minute. You know what? Orlando might just call me crazy, but they might just get the penalties. Matt Miazga is eliminated, or not eliminated, but suspended for this match. Cross over the bar. Orlando's trying their hardest to at least get one back. Crazy. Is it round of 3 till final? No, it's straight up 1-1-1-1. It's one-offs. It is one-offs until the MLS Cup is handed out. So single elimination, single elimination, single elimination, single elimination. The Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals, single elimination. MLS Cup, one game to rule them all. But it's always been one game to rule them all, no matter what. MLS Cup has always been one game to rule them all, no matter what. We got 102 minutes. 102 minutes. Orlando might just mess around, slam their receipt on the counter at the sperm bank and get their comeback. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'll get it off myself. It was best of 3. Why? That means you have a better chance. Well, you would still have to go to Columbus, though, which, you know what? That may not be a better chance. But theoretically, you'd still have 2 games. Theoretically. But then it would have went straight to penalties anyway. Saved by Schulte. But theoretically, you would have been in a better position had it been best of 3. Theoretically. Oh, Todd Baribo's on the bench. It's the first time in forever he's been on the bench. I hate more games. So you'd rather be eliminated in 1 than somehow come back and reverse sweep. Okay. Columbus still has some of their choking tendencies from last year. They shouldn't choke. I mean, they do, but they shouldn't choke this. Cincinnati, the Supporters Shield winners, looking to host a hell is real derby in the Eastern Conference Final. If this score holds up until 120, Thomson gets a yellow. MLS Cup's on December 9th. Yes, it's in 2 weeks. It's 2 Saturdays from now. Actually, tomorrow's the last Sunday match day of the year in MLS. And I think in general, if I'm not mistaken, Thomson. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually the last Sunday match day in general. I'll have to check, though. What if NCAA basketball did best of 3? That'd be way too many games because there's 64 teams. Now, maybe in the NIT, they should do best of 3. They love to futz with things with the NIT. I think so. But with that being said, we are finishing this Orlando-Columbus game. Then we'll be on to Philadelphia, Cincy. Halftime of extra time is about to come on. Orlando's down a man. It's 1-0 Columbus. .105. How much stoppage time? 1 minute of stoppage time. Conference finals, December 2nd. Yep, both conference finals are on December 2nd. Always love Darlington Nagby. Once a Timber, always a Timber. I agree. Plus 1 minute. I mean, at this point, you should just blow the whistle. At this point, you should just blow the whistle and let them powwow. But no. Because half the minute's gone. So it's going to be like 106.30 or something like that instead of 106. So. Oh, that's a foul. Thoughts on rivalry Saturday? I'm watching MLS. I could care less. But it's funny to see Michigan beat Ohio State. I think Washington, let me just make sure. I think Washington just ended up beating Apple Cup. The Washington Huskies ended up winning anyway. Let's go. Wazoo, wazoo. Wazoo. Got beat. But Washington's through. Washington is going to be undefeated going to the Pac-12 title game. Which technically, isn't that still Pac-12? Technically, isn't there one game left in Pac-12 history? Like, why are people saying this is the last week of the Pac-12 when there's still a Pac-12 championship? Technically, that is still Pac-12. Even if they're leaving, they're still the Pac-12. Halftime, and the players are pissed. You can tell that much. Players are pissed. Told you Michigan State beat Ohio State. Down goes Ohio State. Last regular season week of Pac-12. That is true. Now, that is true. But people are just saying last week in general. I'm like, you still have a championship. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, Washington won the national title in the last year of the Pac-12? It's like, oh, yeah, we have a champion. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Roman Celentano, save of the year. Lucho Acosta, goal of the year. Defender of the year for Cincy. Coach of the year. Supporter shield. This is Cincy's year. Because it was 0-0 at 90 minutes. And there's no golden goal. We need a Pac-12 team to win the Natty. Just for the chaos, I'm down with it. Just for the chaos, I'm down with it. Just to be clear. But because it was 0-0 and there's no golden goal. If there was golden goal, this game would be over. Which we can make a conversation about that no matter what. But Washington State, we won a dead conference. Well, no, you mean Washington proper, the Huskies. Pat Noonan, the coach of the year for MLS, which I agree, that's deserved. He deserves it. Pat Noonan is a damn good coach. Doing good things with Cincinnati. Who would have thought they'd be the best team in the league 2 years after he took over? It's way too quick. It was way too quick. Georgia Tech 7 over Georgia. Oh, Georgia Tech beating Georgia? It's not going to last, but, well, damn. MLS having their annual league ceremony in TQL Stadium. Safe to say Lucho won MVP since that's the case. They went to Geodis last year for Hani. I exactly said that earlier in this stream that Lucho is given the MVP award next week, like on Tuesday, I think. Because they said the ceremony at TQL, they're not going to give the All-Star game out at this point. So, yeah, Lucho should be the MVP next week going into the conference finals at TQL Stadium. It's going to be an interesting look. Does that make them even better? Save by Schulte. 15 more minutes. Schulte's turned into a hero for Columbus. I'm surprised Orlando's getting chances on net. I don't think this is the time to do that, or I should say I don't think, Wouldn't it be funny if they went to penalties? Goalkeeper turning into 2022 World Cup final extra time, Emi Martinez. And no, Emi Martinez was on a different level, but I get what you're saying. I was thinking you vote Acosta MVP this year. I don't have a vote, but if I did, I would. If I did, I would. I would have voted Acosta MVP for sure if I had a vote. Like, there's no question about it. No question about it. Acosta's the MVP. I agree. He is the best player in this league this year. Like, Messi didn't deserve an MVP vote. He wouldn't even have been on the MVP ballot. Not because I do agree Messi's the GOAT. They're not playing either game on FS1 tonight, so no. Very hard to find a stream of an Apple TV game on third parties, so it is. Oklahoma State versus the Longhorns next week for the Big 12 championship. Well, there you go. On the Apple TV. Trust me, I looked it up. But yeah, Acosta was my vote, or would have been my vote had I had a vote. I don't even think I would have put Messi on the MVP ballot, because I do agree Messi's the GOAT and he deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. But if somebody put Messi on their MVP ballot, they're not really watching. Like, Messi didn't do enough in the league, talking about the league, to be put even on a ballot for MVP. And you're not supposed to count Leagues Cup. You're not supposed to count Open Cup when you make the ballot. So he shouldn't even have been on the ballot or voted on the ballot. My ballot, my top 5 would have been Acosta, Bouanga. I would have went Acosta, Bouanga, Hani. I think I would have given a vote to Edouard Leuven. I would have given a vote to Edouard Leuven, in my opinion. And number 5, Yorgos Giacomakis. I would have went with Giacomakis. So, Acosta, Bouanga, Hani, Leuven, Giacomakis. That would have been my top 5. That would have been my top 5 on the ballot. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question. It's called money. Plays forward. Oh, my. Schulte's having a game. I agree. Probably. Exactly. That's my point. He did nothing in the league. Yeah, if you wanted to add Leagues Cup to the vote, you have an argument to put him in the top 5, but still not number 1. I like MLS on Apple TV. I think as a product, I like it. Is it hard to watch if it's not a game on Fox or you don't have Apple TV? Yes. The quality of the broadcasts, though, since I'm an MLS sicko and a Leagues Cup sicko and all that, and MLS Next Pro, for me, I do like Apple TV. I think it's the best MLS experience of the ways they've shown the games ever. And it has a lot of older games as well. So if I want to watch older games or different things, it's there as well. For me, I like Apple TV. I like Apple TV with the way they produce the games. Do I realize that it's hard to get into if you're not an MLS lifer or an MLS, like you're big into MLS or you're more into casual? Yes, I know that. But do I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the growth of the league? Yes. But I love the way Apple TV presents the games. And that it's all, besides a couple of tournaments, it's all there. MLS Next Pro is there. Campeones Cup, Leagues Cup, MLS, the playoffs, the All-Star game. It's good to have everything in one place. Mostly everything in one place. The Champions Cup is not on there. CONCACAF Nations League's not on there. Gold Cup's not on there. But everything related to MLS, mostly, besides Champions Cup, is on there. And I guess Club World Cup if they were to make it. But, yeah, I could see that. What do you think is going to happen in the upcoming CONCACAF Champions Cup tournament? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have to look. I have to look at all the teams. I have to look at the draw. It's too abstract for me right now. Besides, things can change going into February. Like LAFC could make the tournament. They could win the MLS Cup. They make the tournament. I think LAFC are going to have a point to prove, to be honest. And I think they will prove a point. I don't know what exact proof it would be, but they would prove a point. So for me, it's not completely full. It's too abstract for me right now to make a point or make a answer. America will play well. I think America will go deep in the tournament. I think Forge is going to make a shock. I think Forge is going to be one of the more shocking teams in a good way in the Champions Cup. But I got to see the draw. I got to see who finishes out the cadre teams, and then we can start speculating. But right now, you can't really speculate. It's great. Exactly. Schulte play like prime Eloy Room. He's playing better than that. Free kick, 112. The expanded one, I got to see the expanded one play, but I want them to keep the Club World Cup because, I mean, they made the Club World Cup expanded so they could get rid of the Confederations Cup. Now, do I think the Confederations Cup should still be around? Yes. Do I honestly think the Confederations Cup should have been Club World Cup style, small Club World Cup style, and you have it like a step ladder format? Yes, I think that would have been better. And you could still do it within an international break. And you could do that every year. Or you could do, during the season, both a step ladder Confederations Cup, or every 2 years. You could do a step ladder Confederations Cup. Or, and then you could do, they're still going to have a mini club tournament that is like the smaller Club World Cup every year before the four-year extravaganza. So everybody who qualifies to the big Club World Cup still qualifies to that year's smaller tournament. Whatever they call it, I don't know. But they're still going to have a stepladder format tournament every year. It's just not going to be called the Club World Cup. My opinion is during an international break, they should have a stepladder Confederations Cup. And then at the end of the year, have a small club tournament similar to the current format of the Club World Cup. And then which is what they're going to do, at least that part of it. But I think the Confederations Cup should come back as a step-laddered tournament similar to the current format of the Club World Cup. I think the group stage was stupid for it. I really do. I really do think the Confederations Cup group stage was stupid. I think it would have worked better. I get they did it that way because of it being a test event. They had to get enough games to make sure all was well. But now I think they could turn it to a tournament of a stepladder tournament, in my opinion. I know, I'll be live for that. Just like Marisa Dew said about Orlando, a team that's desperate is the most dangerous team. LAFC is desperate to right the wrongs of this year and fight for their dignity. Which is why I kind of feel like MLS Cup is I'm not saying it's going to be likely that they win, but I could see them at least doing the bare minimum and winning MLS Cup. And that's the only way they could get into Champions Cup is to do that. So they know their point. Yeah, Moadu's right. I agree with him. Because I think the Revs come in as a backfill, sadly. They were not as good as the Revs. The Revs will join the Champions Cup as a backfill if anybody in the East wins. Cincinnati won the Shield. Union got in through Leagues Cup. Columbus got in through positioning. Orlando as well. Seattle's in through positioning. Sporting KC's not in. Houston's through the Open Cup. LAFC's not in. So LAFC and Kansas City are the only two teams that could qualify for Champions Cup by winning MLS Cup. And that's that's their only opportunity. They cannot backfill. LAFC is a lot closer to backfilling than Kansas City, but the Revs are going to be the backfill team if any of the four Eastern teams win or Houston or Seattle win the MLS Cup. Because they would get the MLS Cup spot. Then Houston backfills, or Revs backfill that spot, the smaller spot. So there you go. There it is. So I might go for LAFC again in MLS Cup. Only reason I go against them is if Miami was playing them. That was not going to happen. Well, we almost thought it would, but any opinion for the Club World Cup in 2025? I can't wait to see it happen. We'll be covering it. We'll be enjoying it. I can't wait to see it happen. 116 in Orlando. So pretty much I didn't even have to stop the stream for this one. And as far as I know, they're pushing the other game back so this one can finish. Well, now I know they do that. So got to see my boy Kellen Acosta could get himself another cup. I hope he does. Orlando's not going to make it. So you know what? At this point, Georgia tied it up 7-7. Well, there you go. I expected that. At this point, since Orlando's not going forward, you know what, at this point, if Houston doesn't, well, I might just go with the West. In the MLS Cup final, if it ain't LAFC, I'm probably going to be rooting for the team I pick. If it is, Georgia tied it up 7-7. LA Galaxy needs to be fixed big time. Chris Klein really messed them up. I agree. 117th minute, Guy SA with a free kick. Header. Lol. 118th minute. Is that a 7:15 kickoff? My ass. $118th minute. Guy SA. The 118th minute. Smith. Can Columbus, 22 points lost from winning positions is Columbus, second most in the MLS. So they've been chokers throughout the year. I wish current MLS players. Open net goal! Columbus seals it! It's an open netter! Oh my word! Is that Cucho? 2-0. Open net goal. Wow. Cucho chipped that. Well, this game's over. 2-0. Cucho call game. Open net goal. And he took his shirt off, too, so he got a yellow card. But Guy SA was way too far up, so that's going to do it. Cucho Hernandez. I will wait for the final score, but that does mean Columbus Crew will be going through. What an open net goal. What a chip. Open net goal. That's like hockey, boy. That's like hockey, boy. 119th minute. So that means Orlando's out. Cincinnati losing, so that doesn't matter. So after tonight, this goes away as well. Or after Sunday. We can count them out. Okay. 119th minute. Win today. Columbus is winning 2-0. Cucho just chipped. And he's going to finish this one off. So that's going to do it. 119th minute, 12 minutes to kick off. Peso. You know what? I wouldn't be mad if Columbus won MLS Cup 2-0. It's over 1.5, but it definitely isn't under. Keep it for the stat, for the goal line, the score line. Schulte and Morris carried on defense. They're an OG team with have a roster with really decent star power on their team. Guys like Nagby, Hernandez, Rossi, hell, those guys should be in LA. I agree. 1 minute to go. Orlando to be eliminated if this holds. Well, they can't score 2 goals in a minute. I mean, I've seen crazy things in MLS, but you mean Cancun. You mean Cancun. You mean Cancun. Looks like it'll be 2-0 for Columbus. Maybe it could be 3. Adios, Orlando. War Games! Funny thing about it is that one was in LA. Any link to watch a live stream? No, because it's just on Apple TV. So if you don't have Apple TV, pretty much just have to listen to me. Or forget about it. Either way. 122. I've tried to find, when it came to the baseball games for a friend, I've tried to find Apple TV or streams that came from Apple TV, but not on Apple TV. You can't stream things on Apple TV third party. It's very hard to do. And it's not on Fox tonight, so you're up the creek without the paddle. And all the Spanish is on season pass. Full time! It is full time! Columbus Crew wins 2-0. They are moving on to the conference final. If Philly wins, they host. If Cincinnati wins, we got Hell is Real in Cincinnati next Saturday. Cincinnati, Columbus gets it done. We'll find out if we got Hell is Real by the end of the night. Now we move on to Cincy versus Philly. Hell is Real, or will Orlando, or will Philly be hosted by Columbus? We will find out. Watching the free stream right now, people need to just look harder for the links. Really? Stay here, everyone. We'll be back, or we're staying on here for this game. We just had to flip over. But Cucho gets the winner. Starting 11s are as follows. Roman Celentano, Ian Murphy, Yerson Mosquera, Alvis Powell, Alvaro Barreal, Junior Moreno, Yuya Kubo, Ray Gaddis, Aaron Bupenza, Luciano Acosta, Brandon Vasquez for Columbus. Or Cincinnati, my bad. So that'd be for Nagby and Endure the Chaos. Well, if I told y'all the last minute before playoffs was going to be Hell is Real for the ECF, only halfway there so far. Bezbachenko's a winner. I agree. I miss him. Damn right. Again, I have no idea where to find a free stream for this game. So, starting 11, Andre Blake, Nathan Harriel, Jack Elliott, Damian Lowe, Oliver Mbiso, Jack McGlynn, Jose Martinez, Ali Bedoya, Daniel Gazdag, Mikhail Ura, and Julian Carranza. It's just on Apple TV. That's it. It's only on Apple TV. The only game on Fox during the playoffs is Houston, Kansas City, the first game tomorrow. FS1, I should say. So that one you should be able to stream second-handed, but not this one, or just on Fox. It isn't Apple TV. I didn't even see it. Okay, that's funny. That is funny. I acknowledged you. Who wins today? I say Cincinnati. I say we get Hell is Real. I say we get a Hell is Real in the conference final. Should be fun, though. I'm sticking with Cincy. It's going to be tight, but I'm sticking with Cincy. But I think they'll win in 90 minutes. So we got Columbus in. Cincy. Second leg of, or the second Eastern semifinal. They don't have it covered. Okay. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? Game's about to start here in Cincinnati. If it's Columbus, Cincinnati, it'll be hosted at TQL. If it's Philadelphia, Columbus, we're going to Columbus. Watching from Brazil. Save for Brazil. Hello. I'm the one who needs to be acknowledged. Shout out to you, Mateo. Hola, hola. There we go. We got Philly wearing their Simpsons kits, Cincy wearing their blue. Guess they have to. Just realized it would have been Miami versus Philly tonight if we made playoffs and beat Red Bull and Cincy. Yeah, but you didn't, so. Four minutes to kick off. Thanks, man. Cincinnati 2-0 today. Then a win would have put Miami and Columbus and possibly LA. That is true. What's your all-time favorite WWE wrestler? John Cena. Rio Grande. I've been going wherever to watch Miami. That's exactly what you should do. Kickoff very, very soon. I feel like they'll be high enough to where they have a chance to host Miami, or Miami will have a chance to host the final. Grêmio. I'm Grêmio. Luis Suarez. Okay. Grêmio. Nice. Nice. Matt Miazga, who's suspended. They're talking about his stats going into the game. Mick Foley is pretty... Okay, that's your favorite, Mick Foley. Okay, yeah, he's pretty good. I like Mick Foley. Cincy's record went out is 3-2-2. When Matt Miazga isn't playing, they're 3-2-2, which those games did come during that little dip during Leagues Cup or Gold Cup that they had. Team record when Kai Wagner is out for Philly, they're 2-3-2. So, Miazga being gone is big. That is true. Philly still has a chance here. It'd be funny if we end up seeing a Philly LAFC rematch, but in Philly. It's good. Grêmio was the best club in Brazil. Well, sure about that? I mean, Flamengo, Palmeiras, Sao Paulo. I mean, Bupenza's starting. I mean, Grêmio was in there. They're definitely in the top echelon of clubs in Brazil, Grêmio. But, I mean, there's still Palmeiras, Flamengo. Botafogo. Santos. Yeah, Santos. Yes. Pele's club. And also Jefferson Soteldo's club. Trust me, I wouldn't forget Santos. Santos. I don't know if I wouldn't say Grêmio was the best club in Brazil, but they're up there. Flamengo. Mankind, Cactus Jack, they all had great matches like Mankind versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell match. That was epic. I agree. Pele better than Maradona. No. Corinthians, they won a Club World Cup. They did beat Chelsea for one. That is true. But I will say, well, enjoy Survivor Series, Risklander. It's true. Grêmio are now third place, 59 points. I mean, Fluminense also won the Copa Libertadores. Like, Brazil, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, every team in Brazil, at least in the Serie A, Campeonato Brasileiro, they all have an argument to say they're the best team in Brazil. They do, historically. They all do. I mean, Santos has an argument, Flamengo has an argument, Fluminense has an argument, Grêmio has an argument. They all have an argument. It might be the most even league out there. Like the Brasileiro has to be one of the most even leagues out there, to be honest. Like unless you're Bragantino. Bragantino is they do have Marcelo though. Nobody likes Bragantino. Nobody likes Red Bull in general. I bought a Gold Sun necklace from Etsy for Black Friday. Gave me Argentina vibes, so I had to get it. That sounds pretty good. 90 minutes or more to know what our Eastern Conference final matchup is. Then we got the two Western matches. Bragantino's company, Red Bull, we know. I was trying to take a shot at Red Bull. That's what I was doing. We don't like Red Bull in MLS either. We don't like them. I don't like Leipzig. I don't like Salzburg. I don't like Bragantino. I don't like Red Bull New York. I don't like any of them. Honestly, I will say I'm at least a little bit more favorable to the city clubs that aren't Man City. Like Red Bull, I just hate. I hate Red Bull's guts. City, like New York City FC, I kind of have a soft spot for. I'm not going to lie. There's a chance Bupenza that gets wide. Ishmael Elfath is reffing this match. That's great. We're underway in Cincinnati, 0-0, 34 seconds in. Melbourne City. I like Melbourne City. I guess I would say Melbourne City is my Australian club. I'm not going to lie. So, there you go. Well, Elfath's a good ref. Why are you laughing? The only thing that's funny is this is one of his, like, rare appearances. Free kick here. They have Cangelosi and Higginbottom doing the announcing here. I don't think the Emote Planet likes the Red Bull Football Network. Like, I hate Man City. I'm not going to lie. But Yokohama F. Marinos, like, the city teams that aren't Man City, I'm at least ambivalent about, if not have a soft spot for. I hate Red Bull. I hate Red Bull. If it has Red Bull, it's on site. I'm standing on business. Red Bull could get effed. Red Bull could get bent. I'm standing on business. I don't care if it's Leipzig, New York, Bragantino, Salzburg, that African team they had. I'm standing on business. Red Bull could get bent. It's a little funny Elfath's doing the playoff games now. Hey, at least as long as it's a good game. Start the game, I bet Cincinnati 1.80, let's go. Odds 1.80, let's go. Be a corner here for Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a really good offense tonight. Acosta's been on fire this whole season. Hopefully, not having Miazga doesn't hurt them. Free Metro Stars. I agree. We all agree on that. Martinez and Bupenza get a talking to from Elthath before the corner, and now they get back into the box. Cross in. Oh. We love you for your NYCFC soft spot, even though we're not too crazy about the oil money. With all the local Fortune 500 companies we have locally would have been better instead, but NYCFC would not even exist. Something else would. What happened to Red Bull? They once hired Thierry Henry and David Villa played for NYCFC. Don't do that. Now, they also had Luis Pablo Angel. Yeah, I think it was Luis Pablo Angel, but they had him. But Red Bull they haven't got any big players since Bradley Wright Phillips. So, of course they suck. I mean, they did get Emil Forsberg, but that's a layup. Because he already plays for Leipzig. That was a layup. I'm surprised they let him go to Red Bull New York. I'm surprised they shuffled him off, or they will shuffle him off. But I guess they couldn't get him out of there, so they're shuffling him off. But that's a layup. I've never seen Leipzig actually help the New York Red Bulls. I've never seen it, so this is the first time. Miazga's in the press box. 4th minute. So Red Bulls they've fallen off. They haven't tried to grow their team up. What Elfaf was doing was what your mom or your dad would do when you were a child, saying, enough, stop it. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what he was doing. Just money, but not win the game. Yeah. 5th minute. Fifth minute, 0-0, but Cincinnati looks like the better team so far, I gotta say. Cincinnati looks like the better team so far. Why does Columbus and Cincinnati always have some players that like their number is way lower than their name? It's just weird with the way they print the jerseys. Like that Elvis Powell jersey, I mean, I swear. And like Morris has his name printed so high, a lot higher than his number. Like some MLS teams, like it's just like, seriously? But then some players it looks normal, but then like a guy like Powell, it's like his name is way higher. Like, do they do this by hand? That's a foul, free kick for Philly. Dawn Sampson says F Cincy. Strong Cincinnati initiative. I agree. I don't think so. 7th minute. Seventh minute, 0-0. Yeah, I didn't think so. No. 7th minute. It's all thanks to Dietrich Machatic until they signed Red Bulls, bringing in New Jersey. I hate it. Seriously, all those Austrian multinational private conglomerate company energy drinks until I hate it. 7th minute. Columbus I think they look like the better team so far. Or not Columbus, Cincinnati. Blech. I'm still thinking about that Columbus game. That was crazy. Barrial. Acosta. Lucho Acosta. The soon-to-be MVP. Kubo. Bupenza. Bupenza with a shot. Saved by Blake. Andre Blake back to being he still is who he is, but Andre Blake, this game may be a bit tougher because Andre Blake's in net. Just so you know. 8th minute. To be honest, Canada would have won that tie in the first half if Andre Blake wasn't standing on his head like he always does. 8th minute. But, that's life, ain't it? That's life. That's what people say. You must be a Columbus fan. Cincinnati most wins at home. MLS 13. My brain. My brain works in mysterious ways. 9th minute. MLS Coach of the Year in 2020 and 2022 was Jim Curtin, facing this year's Coach of the Year, Pat Noonan. Who's Coach of the Year in 21? Who was the Coach of the Year in 21? Was it Dalla? Cross in. Arena 20. Okay, yeah, Bruce Arena, yeah. That wasn't as bad as Bradley. Wait, LAFC had a bad year that year, yeah. Yeah, Arena was Coach of the Year in 21 because the Revs set the points record. Yeah, there we go. Like, Arena to me in 2021 or even now doesn't deserve Coach of the Year, but Robin Fraser should have won it. I agree. Bro, I met Jason Kelsey, bro. That's nice. That's nice. Amazing. I love that. PSG versus Newcastle score. I say Newcastle 2, PSG 1. But yeah, Robin Fraser should have won the Coach of the Year in 21. Because technically, Coach of the Year to me is the coach who does the best in the league. To me, I think Robin Fraser did better than Arena. I think Arena was coasting on his talent, and they got 73 points. Robin Fraser took a Colorado team who shouldn't have done anything to being top of the West. I know they lost in the first round of the playoffs, but that's not what voting's about. So I agree with Curtin, 2020 and 22. I agree with Noonan this year. I think Noonan was the best coach in the league. They were the best team in the league, but I think Noonan was the best coach in the league. Yellow card this year, so I have no problem with that. So we have the last 3 or 4 coaches of the year coaching this game. And Bruce Arena's sitting at home waiting for a call from Charlotte. So there's levels to this game. I mean, yeah, Robin Fraser's still waiting for a call from somebody as well, but I don't think it was his fault that he got fired. And besides, I think Robin Fraser will go to a team that is better suited to succeed than Colorado. Arena might have just had his last best job, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll be good for Charlotte. I think it'll be horrible if he gets that job. He can't skirt on talent no more. I think so too. I wish Robin Fraser was, well, if it wasn't Herdman, I wanted it to be Robin Fraser, to be honest, for Toronto. But we got Herdman, so 12th minute. Maybe you need to change the culture. Put somebody into the team who hasn't been around it. Header. Oh, what a save by Blake. That'll be a corner, though. What a save by Andre Blake. Forgot to mention the caramel praline cookie as caramel melted over the top. Actually sounds even better. What a save by Andre Blake. I thought Vasquez had him dead to rights, but Andre gets there. Why is he so good? I think I'm getting a bit of PTSD. What? Cross in. Because, I mean, he basically stonewalled Canada to the point that they got knocked out. If he didn't stonewall Canada, Canada would have won in the first half. They wouldn't needed to worry about that, what went down. But Andre Blake, again, I did give him his credit that night. Andre Blake definitely put Jamaica in a very good spot that they could take advantage of. Cross in. Former Golden Glove winner. I know. And now it's Roman Salentano. Kai Havertz's late goal gives Arsenal top of the league over City. Hey, Kai Havertz might just be him. Yup. That's a foul. Free kick in the 14th minute. Luciano Acosta has 31 goal contributions this season in MLS. Oliver Mbaizo. Throw in Philly going forward. Yeah, they did beat Man City. They have one less loss than City and one more draw. 15th minute. Save there. That's a save from Blake. City tie with Liverpool, I know. Not just get fat off of 5 crumble cookies. I mean, I wouldn't blame you at all. I wouldn't blame you at all. $15th minute, 0-0. If City would have beat Liverpool, they'd be top. Chelsea's still 10th. At least Luton's not in the freaking drop zone. 16th minute. City Arsenal's March 30th. The reverse fixture. That could be the decider. 8 games after that. So their 30th game. I think that was pretty similar. I think Kubo should be starting regardless of injury. I agree. Jack McGlynn, that gets blocked away. Oh, Arsenal plays Everton on the last day. Ah! Man, if Arsenal could send Everton down, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. That'd be some. That would be some. Well, there you go. 70% possession to 30. Cincinnati dominating this game so far, but Cincinnati's dominating this game more or less, but I do really love the sport of football, association football. too much for somebody not from England or Italy or Europe in general. So there's your answer. 18th minute. But the funny part is I'm a CONCACAF sicko, and I guess CONMEBOL, not really Europe. It's out for a goal kick. '18th minute. Brighton are good. I agree. Playing forward. '19th minute. Cincinnati playing forward. Gaddis. Cross in. El Brujo. But Vasquez gets there without a foul, but that tips off the legs, and that'll be a goal kick in the 19th minute. Wow. I watched the Newcastle win. It was awesome. Still going to keep Mabica. They're still talking with him. I hope they do. They'd be stupid not to. I think he's pretty good. Personally. So if they don't keep him, I'm not going to be happy about it. That'll be a free kick. '20th minute. Wow. 0-0. Plays forward. I think it was a robbery. I mean, they played too long so it could get to the Edson goal. I think the first retake that ended up being the second retake was not off the line. So there should have never been a second retake. I don't know if Honduras would have won on penalties, but I do think that Mexico got some help. They ended up taking advantage of it. Viva Club America says free capital. 2-3-2 this season in matches without Kai Wagner as Philly. Who would have thought Cincy getting Acosta in 2021 would end up getting them the Supporter Shield and their first MVP 2 years later? Nobody. I didn't think so. You know, I was happy for. I'm happy for Cincinnati. I kind of feel similar. I wouldn't say I feel. I don't know how to put it. I understand how they feel. You know, I understand the tribulations they've had. It's just that they definitely built out of those tribulations a lot quicker than a certain team that wears red and who have went back to those tribulations. But I know what Cincy feels. I know what their mentality is. I know what they feel. And I do respect Cincy. I think they're a very good team. I want to see them succeed because it kind of feels weirdly pleasurable. That's a bad way to put it, but that's a bad phrasing, but fuck it, I'm going to say it. It feels weirdly pleasurable to see Cincinnati succeed. Like, it feels like it feels like when I was watching Toronto become good, you know? It kind of feels like that. It's like, yeah, I notice what this is, and I sort of, at my heart, connect to it, you know? And I sort of connect to it, so, that up. Yeah, exactly. Me too. So, 87 passes to 29. Cincy is dominating. Like, it just feels similar. It hits me in the heartstrings what Cincy is doing because it feels similar. It feels like something I've seen before. And, and that's my point. It feels like something I've seen before. So I like it for them. I understand how they feel. I think there's a connection there that I understand how the fan base feels and the team feels, and I understand what they're going through. And that's it's kind of like a proud parent moment, sort of, like how that feels. Well, none of you really know how that feels, but you get my point. It's like, it's like a proud parent who's like, my son continued the family business and did just as good as me, if not better, but he had similar hang-ups to what I had, right? And you're like, he conquered those a lot easier than I did, and he's succeeding even better. I'm proud. Like, it's that kind of thought process when it comes to Cincinnati for me. It's that kind of thought process. Corner for Philly. What's happening? Philly has a corner here in the 25th minute, 0-0. Cross in, header over the bar. I hope to see Leon versus Man City in the Club World Cup. Obviously, they have to go past Urawa Reds. They're a Japanese team. I know Urawa is a Japanese team. If anybody does, it's me. Who knows? It's me. No, Miazga is starting to kill Cincy. That was their first really big chance. Anyone got a link? No. I ain't gonna lie. Hashtag save the crew. Never forget. I'm happy the crew got saved. Even though I'm glad they got saved. I'm glad they got saved. Though I definitely did banter him a bit. Is Leon actually going to make it far enough to play City? Probably not. Barrial gets in. Barrial blocked. Vasquez at the penalty spot. That'll be a corner. Vasquez took a bit too long. I agree. At the penalty spot, Vasquez couldn't slam it home. There we go. Penalty. I don't think that was a handball, but... Oh, maybe that was a handball. Oh, it's a corner at the very least, but that may have just been a handball, but they're going to make him take the corner. It will be a corner. It will be a corner. Cross in. Corner for Cincy. Caught by Blake. Club America about to murder the Ligia. Probably. Tomorrow's Leon Santos Laguna. The winner will be the 8th seed and face Club America. Yeah, I mean, America is going to beat either Leon or Santos. So if I'm Leon, I may just take a dive anyway. Philly fan, eh? Or you have a bet on, either way. '27th minute. That'll be a... Nope. Philly gets back. You ready for the repechaje for Canada? Yes. Just do it already. I can't wait till March. I won't be on pins and needles until March. That'll be a free kick or goal kick there for Cincy. Playing forward. Canada could do it. They should be able to. They should be. They should do it. Playing forward. Nice. Moreno. '30th minute. Yellow card. 30 minutes in. Gaddis gets a yellow. I think that's harsh. That's called momentum. Oh, he stomped him on the foot. Okay, that angle. Okay, I can see why. Still think it's a bit harsh, but I can see why. 30th minute. Y'all need to be on your best behavior versus Trinidad. What? Oh, yeah, it is the Appalachian State of CONCACAF. We could get owned. 31st minute. Free kick here. Danny and you agree. I agree too. It's a bit hard. Is Danny T radio live for this, or is he just live tweeting it? 31st minute. That quick? Okay. Corner here for Philly. Cross in. Header. Oh. Philly hadn't had many chances, but they've definitely made it close when they've got a chance. But I still think Cincy's the better team. Oh, a bicycle to clear it, but it gets straight to Moreno, then Barrial, then Bupenza. Okay, that was a bad pass. Danny Higginbottom, I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm not listening to the commentary because I can't. I wasn't thinking Higginbottom, I think. When I hear Danny, I'm like, Danny T Radio. .32 minute. Had the next 2 days off, boys. Had a day off, too. Nice. Monday off. Nice. Nice. 33rd minute, 0-0. We're going to have another. It looks like we're going to have another stalemate half. 1-0 halftime. You sure about that? I mean, we should, but. The game became calmer. It's become more balanced. I agree. Is Carranza bleeding from his back? Through the sports? Whatever? Well, damn. Like, huh. Interesting. I'm not sure. 34th minute, Cincinnati. Boupendza. Going forward. Boupendza! Shot saved by Andre Blake. Man. Damn! Yeah, my PTSD is definitely kicking in right now. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. It definitely is. Boupendza! Thunderclaps it, but Blake. Perfect. Full stretch stop, Andre Blake. Yeah, the PTSD is definitely hitting. The PTSD is definitely hitting now. 35th minute. Cross in. Header, Glesnes, or Elliott. It's the other tall guy, the brown-haired tall guy, Elliott. Not the blonde-headed tall guy. Third, 5th minute, 10 more minutes plus stoppage time. I will stay up very late religiously watching the A-League since they were still open during the early pandemic. I became a fan of the league. Yeah, I liked the A-League before, but I definitely caught a new appreciation for the A-League during the pandemic. And the definitely the K-League, definitely. And the KBO. But the A-League, I always liked the A-League. I always liked the Australian League. But I barely sleep. Who am I kidding? I barely sleep. Who are we kidding? Y'all know my sleep schedule's fucked. I barely sleep. Who am I kidding? I barely sleep. Who am I kidding? Cleared. 37th minute. Very late religiously watching the A-League. Nice. Who's your favorite club in the A-League? Again, Melbourne City is my favorite A-League club. Ooh. It's headed away. That'll be a 37th minute. Headed away by Murphy. How many goals? It's still 0-0. We'll probably have a stalemate half again. Past the post, there'll be a goal kick. Hit an 8-leg parlay yesterday with $25, made $8,500. Nice. Uda almost misses, puts it over the post. Oh my God, that was horrible. Nope. Hat flick. What the hell? What the hell, Uda? Hat flick. Jesus Christ. No. He didn't even fumble. He put that shit way over the bar. Almost a goal in my ass. Almost a goal in my ass. Should have been, yes, but I think Uda's on fake striker watch. He is on fraud watch. Fake striker watch. Fake striker. Mikel Uda is a fake striker. Hello. Playing forward, and they cut it back to Kubo. Fake striker. Acosta. Lamau. Acosta. 8-leg mixed soccer, NBA, NHL. Bupenza! Wouldn't it be funny if he scored? Here's a chance. Acosta! Barreal blocked away. Damn it. Now how the hell? Acosta had him dead to rights. Jeez. I don't know if I'm too sure about that. I mean, at least he didn't pop one over the bar, but Acosta took it over, and then he just, no, I'm not going to shoot it. He should have shot it, but okay. Shot. Saved by Celentano. Oh, Toronto has that fear already. I've seen that fear before. Tonight I have the Pelicans and Dallas winning an NBA. Pelicans are okay this year, so that's not too bad. But Dallas, that's good. Murphy. Ah, jeez. That'll be a free kick for Philly in the 41st minute. MLS Cups on 12/9. We have 3 more MLS match days. Tomorrow, next Saturday, and the Saturday after. NHL tonight have Colorado winning, Vancouver in regulation, Vegas in regulation. Okay. 42nd minute. That's a save there by Blake. Here's a chance. And Bizo, cross, and he misses. 43rd minute, corner. Philly. Oh, let's see if it went off a leg or something. Oh, it went off the hand. It's a corner. Fake striker. What is Uda doing? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they're keeping him out of the box. Smart. Smart. Oh my God, another scare. Yeah, I figured. Hold on. I did figure that Deus was, oh my God. I figured that. I didn't know what the other part was. Fake ass striker. So I can't take it. Fake ass striker. Shouldn't you have a nose for goal? I'd be pissed. 44th minute. I would be pissed. 0-0. Pupenza. Acosta. He wasn't even there for the Mbaizo cross. If he was, that would have been 1-0 fit. Well, I don't know if it been 1-0 because he did what he did. But theoretically, had he been there for the Mbaizo cross, it would have been 1-0. Theoretically. But what do I know? Theoretically. Uda. Uda's not beating the allegations right now. They just popped up and he's still not beating them. Oof. 44th minute. Just because I bet on Cincinnati, he still hasn't scored a goal. 45th minute. '45th minute free kick for Ray Gaddis. Or for Cincinnati, but Ray Gaddis was walking past it. Cincinnati in the 45th minute, 1 minute of stoppage time before the half. Uda constantly selling to fight. No wonder Philly passed the ball to Chris Donovan so much when Carranza was out. I agree with that one. Plays forward. Vasquez. Kubo! Kubo lost the ball. Cleared away. Perfect foot to clear it out. 30 seconds. Perfect foot to clear it out. Got Cincinnati, Philly. We have another half. Maybe more. or 45 minutes. Getting to the 46. 15 seconds left in this game, this half of the game. Winner plays Columbus in the conference final. Will we get Hell is Real, or will we see Columbus host Philly? Cross in. Either or could still happen. This kind of reminds me of last year's Philly-Cincinnati match, except Cincy's the dominant team. Yes. Halftime, it is 0-0. 0-0, medio tiempo. Another 45 to go, maybe more. Loving the atmosphere from the crowd. They're bringing it, I got to say. They're bringing it. But 45 minutes down, 45 more to go. Good. 0-0, 0-0, another 45. This reminds me of the last game. Now you say Columbus before. You said Orlando. Told you Columbus. You were right. You called it. Columbus has a really good chance to win MLS Cup. They are better. Orlando sucks. With that being said, 45 minutes to go. Cincy dominating Philly. Unlike last year, it was Philly dominating Cincy. But it's a very similar moment. It's gonna be one moment that decides this game, just like last year. Seems like it. It feels very familiar. But we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, hit that like button, and we'll be back. Enough to get by. Enough to get by. I'm not fluent. I don't sound like a No Sabo kid. I sound pretty good. I know enough to get by. Not enough to, the way I make my videos, not enough to make a video out of it. Like, to the way I talk, like to quickly and then like translate it in my head. And then, I mean, of course, the score lines and stuff. I know enough. Like if you see my comments, I know enough. I'm just not that good to make a video with it. As in, like translating in my head what I want to say and then saying it. Like the Charlie my videos would not be there if I tried to do one in Spanish fully. So, with that being said, we'll sit back. We'll be back. Break at the half, 0-0. Sit tight. We're back for the stats at the half. 21-13 Georgia. Yeah. Okay. Stats at the half. We got 60% possession and 40% possession, 6 shots to 6, 3 shots on goal to 1, 194 accurate passes, 80% to 126, 77%, 9 fouls to 8, 5 corners to 2, 6 shots to 6, 3 shots on goal to 1, 243 passes to 163, 80% pass accuracy to 77, 8 throws to 11, 1 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, and it's 0-0, 0-0, halftime, medio tiempo. Cincinnati's been the better team. That's cool. Cincinnati's been the better team. I think Cincinnati has dominated this game. I think they've had better moments than Philly. They've had better chances on net. They should win this game. I don't know if it's going to take them past 90 minutes. It would be a little bit sad if it did. It's a tight game. Philly's playing their hearts out. I will say that. They have definitely not given up. But they are definitely the second best team here. It's basically the same game as last year's conference semi between these two teams, except Cincy's the better team. And they should win. They'll probably win 1-0, but it's a very similar situation. Maybe they'll win 2-0, but exactly. It's a very similar situation, which is kind of crazy to think about, but it is. Very similar situation. But again, the winner faces Columbus. Either going to be a hell is real derby in Cincy or Columbus hosting Philly. I hope it's hell is real. I hope it's hell is real. Exactly. I hope it's hell is real because you know what? That's what it should be. I was wrong about the last game on my predictions, I would say. Because I had Orlando winning going in, but they lost to Columbus. There you go. So 3 out of 4 is my best hope. Houston, LAFC, and Cincy. But there you go. Game's been relatively equal. That is true. Rivalries being the conference title game. I mean, I remember when it was the 401 Derby, and that was one of the best things I ever seen. And Toronto won, so of course it's one of the best things I ever seen. But that's pretty fun. Need to predict Columbus. I don't think they beat Cincy, though. Sadly enough, in the West, it's not going to be a rivalry no matter what. It's just going to be a Western final. But in the East, though, I kind of hope that the Eastern final goes second. It won't, but it would be nice. Is it still best of 3? No, single elimination. Single elimination. Whoever wins the Seattle-LA game will host the winner of Kansas City-Houston. And then whoever wins the East will host the West winner. So that's how it is. But Houston SKC starts tomorrow. Then Seattle LAFC will finish the night and finish the round. And we'll have 4 teams left in the MLS season. The streams are going to start getting, you're going to see some repetitives, starting, well, this weekend. Who you got winning the one-offs tomorrow? Well, I guess last week. But I got Houston and LAFC. Houston, LAFC. That's what I think is going to happen. But we'll see. Second half's about to start very soon. Seattle fraudulent for real. They're going to get piped. Trust me. They're going to get piped. I always predict Seattle. Cincinnati will win MLS Cup. I think LAFC is due to get a win versus Seattle in the playoffs for the first time. I think they will. It's weird to be in the third seed in the West or East is always a good thing. Hell, third or fourth. It always seems to be like the third or fourth team in each conference makes the final. Oh, shit. Does that mean Houston's going to? Well, if it's LAFC Houston, well, yeah, that's about right. And if Philly wins, well, there you go. It always happens. Or it mostly happens. I mean, there are teams who buck the trend. Toronto! Except the time they made the playoffs before, they were third. And then the time they made the playoffs after MLS Cup, they were fourth. I'm sure he does. Lol. In the 2021 Portland Timbers. Exactly. It mostly happens in MLS. Like, I think, call me crazy, but I think last year was the last time it was 1 versus 1. Like, we had a chalk final last year. Like, last year we had a chalk final. LA and Philly. Yeah, it was chalk, wasn't it? Like, normally that doesn't happen. We can't have a chalk final this year because St. Louis went and shit themselves. But, I mean, who's kidding? Who are we kidding? LAFC kind of feels chalk anyway. Second half's about to start. Oh, look, a Santa, FC Cincinnati Santa. And they drew the supporter shield on the drum. Cincy fans are damn good, I gotta say. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Cincinnati fans are awesome. I agree. I didn't realize they were so awesome, but I agree they're awesome. They're an awesome fan base. I wonder what would happen if SKC make the MLS Cup. Well, they're going to the East, that's for sure. But they're going to the East, or they will be hosted by an Eastern team no matter what. Be off, and Philly kicks off. "45th minute. Better than the Browns fan base since they got Watson." That's true, but you know what? If I'm being honest, I want to see the Browns go deep with Dorian Thompson-Robinson or Flacco just to prove they don't need Deshaun. It would be funny, especially Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I like DTR. He's a really good quarterback. He's a really good quarterback. Playing forward. The Yankees got eliminated in the marble race. Huh. 46 minute 0-0. 0-0. Corner for Acosta. This will be a corner for Cincinnati. Cross in. Header. That'll be, cleared. Maybe the Denver Broncos. Who knows? Maybe they'll go on a run. You have a point. "47th minute. Past the post will be a goal kick. Ha! Okay, this is hilarious. Greg Berhalter has the worst CONCACAF away record as manager of the USMNT. Discuss. Discuss. Side netting, but it was offside. Lamau. 48th minute. Gaddis. Ray Gaddis. Yuya Kubo. Hmm. 48th minute. Moreno. That'll be a free kick. "49th minute. If Russell Wilson made it to the playoffs, he'd be like, Broncos country made it to the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know if he should say that because I feel like that would just curse them incessantly. I mean, we saw what Let's Ride did. Like, if they made the playoffs and he said, Broncos country, we made the playoffs, they would get curb stomped in the first game. No. I would probably not say that. I mean, we saw what Let's Ride did. Anything Russell Wilson comes up with ends up being meme fodder. Like, let him cook. Broncos country, let's ride. I mean, come on. Let Russ cook. We saw where that went. We saw where let's ride went. How was Thanksgiving? It was good. If he says Broncos country, who made it to the playoffs, yeah, they're going to get curb stomped in their first game in the playoffs and probably be eliminated very embarrassingly, and it becomes a meme. I can put that money down. How was Thanksgiving? But my Thanksgiving was good. 50th minute. Yellow card. Tarjeta amarilla. Carranza. 50th minute. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Broncos have a defense that can go against anybody. Run defense is sus, though. Offense can run or pass. Hey, I want to see the Broncos make a run. I want to see Sean Payton and Russell Wilson stick it to the memers, so to speak. I want him to. I have nothing to root for. I have nothing to root for. The Patriots suck. The Saints are going to get knocked out. The Saints or Bucks are going to get knocked out if they make the playoffs, or when they do win the division and make the playoffs. One of them. They're both going to get knocked out by number 5. Dak. I mean, I root for Dak. Like, there's Dak. But Burrow's injured. I kind of want to see something different with the AFC, but if not, if it is Chiefs, well, the good news is maybe they'll pull a Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift engagement at the Super Bowl. I don't know. But if it is the Chiefs, but Semifinals. These Broncos definitely wish they want prime Russell Wilson. Would love an original 6 semifinal Rangers for Boston. I agree with that. Me, I like Russ as a quarterback. I do. I think Russ is a very talented quarterback. Has had a very good career. Now, do I think he's a cornball? Yes. I mean, Sierra definitely. Okay. All right. All right. But as a football player, I think Russ is a great quarterback. Now, him being with Sierra, definitely. I can see where those memes come from, and I don't disagree with those. I don't disagree with those. Rangers are going to walk away with the crown this season in the Metropolitan, in my opinion. Yeah, you're forgetting about Carolina, though. I'm forgetting about Carolina, though. I mean, the Eagles, it's either going to be the Cowboys or Eagles in the Super Bowl. Cowboys, shot, blocked. Cowboys, Eagles, or 49ers out of the NFC, to be completely honest. I hope it's the Cowboys. I want to see Dak in the Super Bowl. Like, that would be nice. It'd be nice to see Dak in the Super Bowl. In my opinion. Cross in. 53rd minute, Cowboys ain't making no Super Bowl. They've been playing really well besides the 49ers game. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Thanks for the $2 super chat. I'll think about it. 54th minute. I see Brock Purdy going to the Super Bowl. Well, I mean, if he doesn't get hurt, yeah. Acosta. Blocked. Brought down. Offside. That'd be a goal kick. Dak saying, here we go, was hilarious. I mean, I don't know if this is brand new. It feels like it's a brand new cadence. You know, it feels like it's a brand new cadence. But he didn't do it at State. I think this is a new thing this year, that here we go. You don't really have cadences at college, though. You just clap your hands. Detroit Red Wings will make the playoffs this season, last wild card spot. No. Habs and Panthers. There will not be a Metro team. Oh, wait, Detroit's in the West. My bad. Carry on. Wait, no. No. Detroit's in the West, yeah? At least it used to be. Carry on. Carry on. Now you make me want to go back to 2014 State games to see if Dak used the here we go back then. Now you're making me want to look. Detroit is the East. Detroit Red Wings are in the Atlantic. Yeah, no, they're not making. I was like, they used to be in the West. That's what I was thinking. They're still a Western team to me. For me, I don't think Detroit's going to make the playoffs. Not above Florida, not above the Habs, hell, not even above the Sens. The Atlantic's the best division in the league. And no, I think the Habs and Panthers make the playoffs. "57th minute, 0-0. Be a corner here. Barrial getting into position. Have not allowed a goal off a set piece since July 1st, Cincinnati. Do you think Tampa Bay are going to finish third in the division? Yes. Cross in. Header. Missed. Brought down. Over the bar. Last year's MLS Cup kit matchup was amazing. Same with 2021. Yeah, I would agree. 2020's kind of sucked. I think Columbus could have worn yellow against Seattle's green, but sure. Who's looked better? I say Cincy, but Philly's had moments. But Cincy, I think they've looked better. Imagine if Toronto Maple Leafs finished last wild card and played Boston again. Well, we do have to slay the dragon at some point, don't we? Cut-ons. Free kick for Cincy. First round, Boston, Toronto. I mean, we do have to slay the dragon at some point. Like the actual dragon to slay. Maybe that's why we didn't get past Florida. Goal kick for Blake. Before he gets pressed, he picks it up. Can't step out of the box. Maybe Hurricanes. Yeah, that's what I thought. 59th minute, 0-0. Pressing Cincinnati. McGlynn, blocked out, throw in, Philly. Throw in for Philly. Harriel to take. Plays up. Second ball. There's Carranza. That's a foul. Free kick for Philly. 59th minute. You think wins the Caribbean Cup final? That would be Cavalier. I just made that video yesterday. But it would be... I think it's Cavalier. I don't see Robin Hood winning it. I think the Cinderella story's over for Robin Hood. I mean, technically we still have an epilogue in the Champions Cup, but who knows how long that'll go. Throw in for Harriel. 60th minute. 30 minutes to go. I know. Yeah. Uda. Cross. Blocked away. Cleared. Acosta plays it up. Vasquez. Couldn't stay on the run. Brought down. Advantage plate. Offside. Come on now. It's about both these teams to spice it up some. Both Eastern games have been sort of today. Hope the Western games are better. But these two, LeBron should go back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He won't. Unless Cleveland gets brawny, he would not do that. Like, LeBron's going where Bronny goes. At least for a year or two. Four goals allowed in the final 30 minutes for Cincinnati this season, only one at home. So this should go to extra time. And that's a foul. Free kick for Philly. 62nd minute. 0-0. Still 0-0. Shot. Uda! Blocked. Oh, well, that was blocked. That's a corner. Okay, I was like, yeah. That's not a fake striker moment. He just, that did go over, though. '62nd minute. Player down. It is not Gaddis. I think it's Mosquera Mosquera is down. Mosquera is down. And Carranza elbows Mosquera. That's why Mosquera went down. Corner. 63rd minute. Me too. Player down. Will be a corner. Columbus or Cincinnati might be down a man for this corner for a second. I agree. But I think they wore it during their reverse retro time. They had it on their reverse retros. Here's a corner for Cincinnati or for Philly, Cincinnati, Philly. Well, I didn't say he was a fake striker there. Mosquera did get elbowed. I mean, Carranza should get. I wouldn't put Mosquera on Carranza, but okay. I was wearing some blue and orange for Cincy, but it's not a Florida shirt. But that's the color scheme that John picked for this shirt. That era. Header. Plays forward, Kubo. Plays forward, good, but it'll get to Elliott to be cleared. NHL 15 is better than the last 4 NHL games. Video games. Yeah, I agree. Gaddis. Murphy. Barrial. '57th minute. Plays up. Bupenza. Gaddis. Nice. Moreno. Washington, they were losing, but they won on a field goal. So that was before the final whistle or the final play. So Washington State was beating Washington, but they didn't beat them. I don't know if they'll stay top 4, though. We'll see what the rankings say. 15-14 Gators. Oh, Florida State might lose. Yeah, Bama's making the playoff. It's going to be Georgia-Bama in the freaking Sugar Bowl. Or is it? Yeah, it is the Sugar Bowl. Yeah, it's going to be. Trust me. Playing forward, Cincinnati. Gaddis. 66th minute. Well, we got another extra time tonight. Looks like right now we're probably heading that way. Gazdag. But I said it's one moment that's going to probably decide this game. Bupenza. Oh, fouled, free kick. 67th minute. 0-0. 66-20. I don't play Ultimo Team, so I could care less. going to be Oregon versus Washington in the Pac-12 title game. Well, the only team that's beaten Oregon was Washington. So, revenge? I got Washington. I want to see them in the college football playoff. Header. Oh, Bupenza heads it on, but right to Blake. I want to see Dylan Johnson in the college football playoff. Plays for Washington. Used to play for Mississippi State. From Greenville. Went to St. Joe. Of course, I want to see the Greenville guy in the national title picture, the college football playoff. It would be nice. So let's go Washington. Let's go. I think it should be the two best teams in the conference, to be honest, because there's always a weaker division. Like in the SEC, for a while, like when it was Mizzou winning the East, like it was like, Mizzou's going to lose to Bama, obviously, or something like that. I mean, come on. I'd rather it be the top two teams in the conference. Well, we have 2 DP spots and $5.5 million. So, for $5.5 million, I would bring in a player. I'd bring in a DP center midfielder. I'd get rid of Mcinnes. I'd open up another DP spot. I'd get rid of Mcinnes if I could. Get Josh Navarro to join Cassius Malula and let them platoon at the wing. Striker, I'd get not a DP striker, but a TAM striker. DP center mid, DP defensive mid, and Richie at right back. Try to get Richie back on a DP deal. And there you go. Notre Dame 56-16 Stanford, damn. 68th minute. But next year, it's going to be the best two in the conference for the SEC, so I'm good with that. '69th minute. 69th minute. Getting closer and closer to the last minute of this game. Acosta. Gaddis. Joseph Martinez and Victor Osimhen. If we could get Victor Osimhen, I would say DP striker. But honestly, we could work with a Wusu and shot, blocked, and Kerr. Gazdag, shot, save by Celentano. Plays forward in the 70th minute. Bad giveaway, Mbaizo. Mbaizo forces the giveaway. Carranza. Shot, blocked. Harriel goes down. Balls with Damian Lowe. 70th minute. Henrik. %82 pass accuracy to 83. Well, I agree, but Henrik's Henrik. Oh. 71st minute. Yeah, I don't think back in the day, goalies were more of a stick-handling keeper. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. 72nd minute. Cincinnati playing forward. Playing forward. Cross in. Ooh. Heard Mexico's going to play in Spain before the 2026 World Cup. Play Spain before the 26 World Cup. They're already making plans for that? Okay. I mean, that should be a good game. Cleared. That's a good game to start with. Yeah. 73rd minute. Nice. 73rd minute. Philly going forward. Looks to me we're probably getting another extra time. 73rd minute. Will Cincy break through? Will Philly break through? Or will we have another extra time? 55 expected goals to 58. But again, we're getting to the position of who scores decides who wins. A goal goes in, they're probably winning the game. El Brujo. Somebody scores, they're probably winning the game. 74th minute. It's out for a goal kick for Celentano. '74th minute. Goal kick. They're going to take it slow and build up here. Vasquez. 74th minute. Oh, okay. Moreno. Gaddis. Ray Gaddis on the ball. Kubo. Kubo loses it, but Gaddis is right there to recover. Bupenza. Oh. Spun like a top and right off of it. Ooh, Madon. 75th minute. Bupenza. Oh. Buenos noches. Buenos noches. Has Cincy shown any fraudulence today? Well, the fact that it's still 0-0, I mean, that's definitely a little bit of a tinge of fraudulence, yeah. I would say. It's a tinge of fraudulence. I don't think they've been frauds completely, but they've definitely felt fraudulent. Is it cold where you're at right now? Because here in San Antonio, it's cold right now. What does 33 degrees say to you? Cold. Should I keep Bull? He wants 4.4 million. What? Are you playing a video game? Bull. There's not a hockey player named Bull. Talk about Tim Bull playing Madden? What? How did Tim Bull even get worth 4.4 million? Freaking Aaron Rodgers. Player down hurt. El Brujo is down hurt. In the 77th minute, and we'll go to extra time if this result holds. We're getting close to another extra time period. Man, I love this. Rangers. Well, I mean, I guess so. If he wants $4.4 million, I guess so, unless you get like Kasperi Kapanen or something. I don't watch the Rangers enough to know. I don't know how your game's going either. I can't give you the advice. It's 18 degrees in Colorado. That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Bupenza fouls Brujo. I got a yellow card for it too. Bupenza fouls Brujo. From Brazil, says Bruno. Hola, hola. 78th minute. Snowed yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I think you told me that was going to happen. Columbus or Houston wins it all. You don't think LAFC will win the Western Conference Final? I don't think Seattle's winning anything. I can tell you that much. El Brujo is off. He's going to be subbed off injured, El Brujo. It looks like it, at least. They're getting Andres Pereira ready. Does Cincinnati win? They should. I picked them to win. Oh, Jesus Bueno's coming on for. Jesus Bueno's coming on for Philly, for El Brujo. Martinez in major pain. I hate that for him. It's going to be Jesus Bueno. And Damian Lowe's carrying off the body armor cases. Yellow card. For the physio? For the physio? Do you see a LAFC Cincy final? Possibly, yes. I mean, at this point, yeah. Did the physio get a yellow card, or was it Brujo? I'm not sure. Bueno's on for Brujo. Houston winning over LAFC and Crew winning versus LAFC. Let's see. Bupenza, here's a free kick. It's 0-0. Already? How behind am I? Plays forward. Blocked away. Saved by Celentano. Am I behind? We're going to find out. 80th minute. 10 minutes to go. Celentano throws it. Gaddis. Blocked away. Goal Cincinnati. Really? I'm behind. I don't know if I'm behind or they're just trolling. Playing forward. Gaddis. I can't be that behind. Kubo. Playing forward. 81st minute. It can't be a troll if like 3 people have said it. Or is it like one of those, Bupenza. Aaron Bupenza gets into Brandon Vasquez. Brandon Vasquez blocked. Or not. I was like, maybe that's the moment. That's out for a throw. Nobody's winning against LAFC. We're winning the cup again. Throw in here. Vasquez. Cross. Blocked. Corner. '81st minute. Yeah, people are trolling. Can't be a troll if David Ochoa hasn't said it. Here's a corner for Acosta. Somebody got the script or something? Corner. 82nd minute. I'm really hoping you're right. Cross in. And it's headed away. I hate when people troll. Like, it's worse when multiple people do it, Like, if it's one person, it's like, okay, I ain't heard this from anybody else. Man, I saw people trying to troll during the freaking Canada-Jamaica game, and I'm like, you sons of... I wasn't happy about that. Like, throw that in there. I wasn't happy about that. 82nd minute. I'm surprised the mods ain't doing their work. 82nd minute. There's a reason y'all have wrenches. You know that, right? There's a reason y'all have wrenches. You know that, right? 83rd minute. Philly playing forward in the 83rd minute. I'm honestly kind of shocked Cincy hasn't scored. 83rd minute. Can Cincy score late, or will we go to extra time? You're eating right now. Yeah, but we have enough mods. Maybe, I think. I know Winvo isn't here, but I think we have enough. You know. 83rd minute. Murphy. He's eating a steak and some, I think he said green beans or something. Bupenza. Acosta plays it forward, but straight to the defensive line. So if Cincy shows up like this, does Columbus have a legit chance at an upset? Yes. Yeah. They got to do better in the second. They got to do better in this in the conference final, in the league semifinal, conference final. Here comes Philly. Gaddis to clear. But it's back to Harriel. 84th minute. Man, Don Garber is holding his freaking holding his fingers, or like crossing his fingers that Cincy doesn't screw this up. Corner in the 85th minute. Ali Bedoya puts it out for a corner. Or shoots it and it gets put out for a corner. Cross in. Bupenza. Shot save! Ooh. That'll be a throw in. Like, I hate you to a player? Or... It's over the bar. There'll be a goal kick. 86th minute. Since he shows up like this. Like, to a player? I didn't know this was a big rivalry. But okay. To a player. Interesting. 87th minute. Celentano has 12 clean sheets this year. We got a 13th. 87th minute. If result holds, we got 30 minutes of extra time. Once again, we have another 30 minutes of football before we get to the next part. Free kick for Cincinnati. Can they find a late goal? In the 87th minute. Brandon Vasquez goes down. They're going to bring on Dominique Badji. Dominique Badji for Aaron Bupenza. That's really just a like-for-like sub. I mean, okay. Dominique Badji is in. They've had some really bad luck at home in cup ties, Cincinnati, this year. Against Nashville and against Miami. Here's a corner or a free kick to be taken. Moreno or Barreal. Barreal takes, doesn't go far enough. Over to Bar. It's going to be out for a throw for Cincy. 88th minute. Costa. Gaddis to take the throw. Close to the corner. Plays in. That'll be cleared. 89th minute. Moreno. Very good press, but 89th minute. Looks to me we're going to extra time again. And Bizo. 1 minute to go. Playing forward in the 90th minute. Kubo. Forward. Here's a chance. Vasquez. Acosta. Brought down. Cleared. Wow. 90th minute. Foul. Free kick at the top of the box. In the 90th minute. Damian Lowe. In a dangerous spot. A free kick. Can Luciano Acosta finish his dinner? Badji gets rolled around. Acosta. Damian Lowe bodies him. Can the MVP make a moment? 6 minutes of stoppage time, just like the last game in the Eastern Conference. Acosta to take the free kick. Moreno. Shot wide. Barreal shoots wide. 5 minutes to go. I think Acosta should have taken it, but okay. Good spin, but wide. Yeah, if Acosta taken it, he could have probably, smashed it, but okay. Because the angle would have been better for Acosta, but okay. Damn. Header. Barreal plays forward for Cincy. Blocked away with 4 minutes to go. Philly against the run of play. Far up the pitch. Second ball, free kick. For Philly. 4 minutes to go. Last minute goal, I hope. Save. Celentano. Our luck, we're going back to extra time. Both games go extra time. Probably. Free kick for Cincy. Halfway through stoppage time, 93rd minute. Acosta to take. Hope the Dynamo win against Sporting since they're representing Texas as what up, man. Acosta to take the free kick. Short and switches the play. Barrial. Header down. Shot, goal! 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 Yerson Mosquera with the last minute goal. That's gonna do it. Yerson Mosquera. What a play. Short free kick. Plays it in. Drops down to Yerson Mosquera. And he pops it into the net past Andre Blake. He had no idea. None. 1-0. Cincinnati. 1-0. What a play. That was ingenious. What a play. That was ingenious. Free kick. Onside is Ian Murphy, which means Mosquera's onside. Nobody's on him. Ian Murphy with a header down. Onside. Mosquera's onside. Blake can't save it. And there you go. Is that the... Hold on. But there you go. What a goal. What a goal. That's going to do it. What a play, Yerson Mosquera. Have a night. 94th minute. Let's go. Be 90 plus 4 for Yerson Mosquera. What a play. What a play. I didn't see nobody who touched it was offside. Like, Baji had nothing to do with it. So, goal stands. Like, Baji had nothing to do with it. It stands. Like, yeah, he was offside position, but, and it's a goal. Goal is confirmed. It is 1-0 FC Cincinnati. Because Baji didn't even touch it. Like, yeah, he's offside position, but he wasn't covering the keeper. Like, he did nothing in the play. They were saying Murphy was off. I didn't think so. I didn't see that. I saw Baji. I saw that. I didn't think Murphy was off. So, right call. Onside. Right call. 96th minute. Here's a chance. Vasquez to wrap it up. Save. Free kick for Philly. A 1-0 win for FC Cincinnati as it stands, unless Philly can find some. How much time is left in the game? It's past the 96-minute minimum of the stoppage time, the 6 minutes of stoppage time. But, of course, it took them a minute or two to get that VAR call down, so it should be another minute, about the 97th, 98th minute. Free kick for Cincinnati. Should end about the 98th minute. If it ends later than that, something crazy happened. Cincinnati did what they had to do. Exactly. But, again, it's like last year. Instead of Philly, oh, here's some more subs. Instead of Philly getting the one goal and dominating the game, but only getting one goal, Cincinnati did the opposite. And this time it was in Cincy. It's a very similar thing. So the dream of LA Philly finals dead. That wasn't my dream. I'm just here as a Cincinnati fan, still kind of actually new to watching it. I get it. Of course there's fans coming into the sport as of now. Hell is real. Yep, we're getting the Hell is Real Derby in the conference final. You love to see it. Derby, baby! Like what? Is this the first time since like 2018 we've had a Derby as the conference final in either conference? Because we had the 2016 401 Derby. We did not have it was Toronto versus Columbus, which is the Trillium Cup, so technically. And then, of course, the 18 Western Conference Final was Cascadia. 19 LASC, Seattle, Toronto, Atlanta. 2020 was Columbus, New England, and Seattle versus, it wasn't Portland, over Marco Angulo, Minnesota. 2021 was Portland, RSL, New York versus Philly. Philly versus, I think it was Philly, New York last year as well. Here comes Acosta. 99th minute, block down. Drop down. Before anyone might think of a bandwagon just from the Cincinnati area. I know you want Cincy to win. I picked him to win. It's not because I didn't want Andre Blake to win. You're insinuating I didn't want Andre Blake to win. I feel like you're insinuating that. And it's full time. I did not. I just picked Cincy in my predictions, and that's what I wanted. So there you go. That has nothing to do with Andre Blake. Full time, and it's 1-1 or 1-0. Cincinnati wins. 1-0. They're moving on to the conference final. We're getting Hell is Real next Saturday. Cincinnati, Columbus. You knew it had to happen. 1-0. Yerson Mosquera with a beautiful goal. And there you go. Cincinnati wins over the Union. There we go. There we go. Cincinnati won, yes. They're through to the conference final to play Columbus, a Hell is Real Derby in the conference final. Congratulations to Cincy. Philly has been eliminated. Gonna be interesting. FC Cincinnati to host Columbus in the conference final. Let's go. Cincinnati's one of the final two left in the East and the final four in the MLS. Well deserved, I have to say. There we go. Okay. That part's done. You think Canada will beat Trinidad? Yes. There we go. So with that being said, we got FC Cincinnati hosting the Columbus Crew at 5 o'clock next Saturday. So they're playing the earlier game. But that's on Monday. We recap the semis. We predict the conference finals on Monday. That's what we do. With that being said, you won't hear my prediction until Monday. With that being said, Cincinnati will face Columbus. Hell is Real on next Saturday. And we'll have some fun with it. 1-0, Cincinnati. They host Columbus. With that being said, congratulations to Cincinnati. Commiserations to Columbus. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch along of both Houston Dynamo versus Kansas City and Seattle versus LAFC. And I will be reviewing Seattle LAFC. Tomorrow it's the West. Let's have some fun with it. Congratulations, Cincinnati. Commiserations, Philadelphia. I will see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you. Of course, review up within the hour. Almost forgot about that.